All right, good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in this Tuesday, January 20th, 2026. I hope everyone had an enjoyable Martin Luther King Day just yesterday. Today, the first regularly scheduled zoning meeting that we would have at the beginning of the year, we actually have a comp plan amendment hearing. And I'm going to call up Philip Westbrook of Community Development to talk through what is occurring today.
Thank you, Chairwoman, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the board, or ladies of the board today.
Today, yes, Commissioner Allen is not feeling good. He will not be with us.
I'm Philip Westbrook, Senior Planner with Cobb County Community Development, and I am here today to facilitate our 2026 Comprehensive Plan Amendment process. This is a process that we have been doing for a while on an annual basis, but a little bit of background. The Georgia Planning Act of 1989 established comprehensive planning activities for each jurisdiction in the state. As part of those activities, it required that these jurisdictions create and maintain a comprehensive plan. Obviously, the county has a comprehensive plan. In fact, we update it every 5 years, and we're actually getting ready to do a large-scale update that is due October 31st of 2027, and we have begun initiating that process. And I'm sure you'll hear a lot more about that throughout the year. But this is our annual amendment process. It is strictly a voluntary process. It is not required by state. It's not required by the code. And it's something that the county just has typically done. We have documents that go all the way back to the mid-90s of CPAs through this process. I believe a lot of it had to do with maybe the rapid growth going on in the 90s and so forth. So, but again, here we are, annual amendment process. The future land, or I should say, the comprehensive plan and future land use, how it differs between zoning. The comprehensive plan is strictly a long-range planning document that guides growth and development. It is not a development ordinance. It is not zoning regulation. It is simply a guide and a tool that you, as elected officials, staff, can use it to help make decisions on land uses and other county businesses, help make decisions for the future of the county. So that's how it relates. So you can just think of the comprehensive plan as a guide. The zoning is a regulation. The zoning is an implementable tool of the comprehensive plan. So with that, a little bit of background. We have two different types of proposals. We have zoning decisions and commission proposals. The zoning decisions are based off of zoning cases that were approved to a zoning district that was incompatible with the future land use. Those zoning decisions occurred through 12-month period between October 2024 and October of 2025. Again, they were cases that are incompatible with the future land use. The commission proposals typically are proposals that come from the commissioners. Ultimately, a lot of times they come from the community. But this year, just so happens that they really could be called staff proposals. Staff had just through our daily work throughout last year, we come across changes that need to be made to our future land use, and we mark them down, we note them, and we bring them forward for change and amendment. And this year we have 3 commission proposals that staff identified that we felt like needed to be at least proposed. And also the commission proposals, those cases, the property owners of those properties were sent a letter via mail, as well as signs were erected in the area to notify the community of the proposed changes. Okay, so now that we got that little background, I think we can get into the process of the actual meeting. And I believe the chairwoman, if you would mind, I would kind of go through how we're going to go through this process. It's a little different than our zoning, and so what we'll do is I'll start with the zoning decisions. I'll read off each zoning decision case. After I read that case, you, the chairwoman, will ask the audience if there's anyone who'd like to speak for or against. If they raise their hand, we'll set that case off to the side. If they don't, we'll continue moving forward. After we read off all the zoning decision cases, you, the board, can vote on all the cases that did not have speakers, and then come back and revisit the cases that did have speakers and vote on those individually. Once we move through that process, we'll do the same thing with the commission proposals.
Sounds good to me. Just one slight modification.
Sure.
Well, not slight to the board, is after you ask for the public feedback, I'll also ask for commissioner feedback since
Certainly.
they have the ability to have
Certainly.
the matter heard as well. Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you.
And also, when I read the case, because this is the board commission, I'm also going to follow that reading off with the planning commission recommendation.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, so with that, if you don't have any other questions, I will continue forward.
All right, sounds good.
All right, we'll start with, here we go. Let me get my slideshow here going. All right, ZD1 is based on zoning case Z55 from November of 2024. It is in Commission District 2. The existing future land use is Community Activity Center, and the proposed future land use is medium-density residential. The site is located on the northwest corner of South Cobb Drive and Waldrop Circle, north of Dink Lane. Planning Commission recommendation was for approval.
Okay, we'll see if anyone in the audience here would like to speak towards this particular zoning decision. Okay, not seeing anyone from the board? All right, Phil, we're good?
ZD2 is based on zoning case Z60 from November 2024. It is in Commission District 2. The existing future land use is Community Activity Center. The proposed future land use is medium-density residential. The site is located on the west side of Bells Ferry Road, north of Turner Road. Planning Commission recommendation was for approval.
Okay, is there anyone here from the audience that would like to speak to this matter? Anyone from our board? Commissioner Gambrill.
Phil,
Yes, ma'am.
since we just took that one parcel, why didn't we look at considering making it a clear delineation?
You mean looking at a wider area,
Yeah.
broader area? Yes, that's a good
Because the
question.
MDR is there. And then, and I see, do we have a CAC further up to the north it would be?
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe the question is, why
So-
didn't we take a look at the entire area?
Yeah,
Yes.
and clean it up that way.
Right. Well, I think the best answer to that is that we would like to have more involved, to get the community involved for this area. That is something that we could do in our overall large update coming up in 2027. Based on the timing of this and the effort that is involved, it probably would be better if we did that at a later time instead of this opportunity.
Okay, Commissioner Burrow.
And that was the only parcel that was in for zoning.
Correct.
That was
That's right.
affected, so.
That's right.
We can't really, well, I guess we could look at the rest of it, but these are zoning decisions that were changed. And that's
That is
why
that's
we're looking
exactly
at
right,
that one
Commissioner.
parcel.
Yes, and piggybacking off of that, because of the zoning decision, we would look at the one parcel, but we could look at the broader area under the commissioner proposals under CP.
Correct. And I will also state that it's not typical, and it's really not best practices to make individual parcel changes to the future land use map. It's better, future lands are designed to be larger, wider, a designation of more of a character of the area, not just not a single parcel.
Okay. Thank you. All right, we can go on.
All right, ZD3 is based on zoning case Z5 from March 2025. It is in Commission District 2. The existing future land use is industrial compatible, and the proposed future land use is Neighborhood Activity Center. The site is located on the southwest corner of West Atlanta Street and Oak Ridge Drive. Planning Commission recommendation was for denial.
Okay, is there anyone here in the audience that would like to speak to the zoning decision? Any commissioners?
No, I agree with the planning commission
Okay,
recommendation.
All right, ZD4 is based on zoning case Z6.
Just let me back up to that. I know
I'm
we
sorry?
don't have the commissioner here, and this is the only one that the planning commission asked to deny. Did Commissioner Allen provide you any feedback with respect to
Commissioner
this
Allen,
one?
it was Commissioner Bloing that that set the motion for denial, and his concern was the proximity to Dobbins and I guess, because even though it was a NAC, there was a little more opportunity that could potentially be residential for that area, and he did not want that being so close to Dobbins.
Okay. Okay. Well, without Commissioner Allen being here, all of these ZDs, I believe, are in District 2, but I'm just hoping that he doesn't have any contrasting
Right.
consideration.
The planning commission representative was not present as well, so I believe she was under the weather.
Okay. Okay.
So ZD4,
Commissioner Gambrell?
I'm sorry,
I'm going to put you on the spot here.
we'll try.
So does staff support the denial of ZD3? Because I
Correct.
know there was also at the Planning Commission hearing a lot of conversation around that as well. So does staff support the denial and it remaining the IC?
Industrial compatible?
Yes, staff supports that.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, any other comments or questions from commissioners? Okay.
All right, ZD4 is based on zoning case Z6 from April 2025. It is in Commission District 2. The existing future land use is Community Activity Center, and the proposed future land use is medium-density residential. The site is located on the east side of Dogwood Drive, east of Nakoma Street. Planning Commission recommendation was for approval.
Okay, is there anyone in the audience to speak to this matter? Okay, any commissioners? Okay,
All right, ZD5 is based on zoning case Z13 from July 2025. It is in Commission District 2. The existing future land use is Regional Activity Center, subcategory Retail Services, and the proposed future land use is Regional Activity Center, subcategory High Density Residential. The site is located on the southwest side of Cobb Parkway, northwest of Riverview Parkway.
okay, anyone in the audience again? Philip, did you need to add anything?
I was going to say, I forgot, the Planning Commission recommendation was for approval.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm not seeing anyone in the audience, anyone on the board? Okay, go on.
And our final zoning decision, ZD6, is based on zoning case Z16 from August 2025. It is also in Commission District 2. The existing future land use is Community Activity Center, and the proposed future land use is medium-density residential. The site is located on the south side of Rebecca Drive, west of Park Street. Planning Commission recommendation is for approval.
Okay, anyone in the audience to speak to this matter? Okay, anyone on the board? Okay, with that then, commissioners, I move that we approve ZD1, ZD2, ZD4, ZD5, and ZD6, and deny ZD3.
Second?
Is there any question or discussion? All right, we'll call the question. The motion carries 4-0.
All right, thank you. Now we'll move to the commission proposals. We'll start with, and by the way, the nomenclature, or the naming of these CPs basically is CP, commission proposal, 3 is for the district, and then the next number is the chronological item, how it went
Okay.
through the process.
Sounds good. And this is now all of District 3.
CP 3-1 is in Commission District 3 and proposes to change the future land use from public institutional to low-density residential. The site is located on the north side corner of Shallowford Road and Wesley Chapel Road. Planning Commission recommendation was for approval.
Okay, is there anyone in the audience to speak to this matter? Any commissioners? Commissioner Burrow.
I think this one had some discussion at the Planning Commission, but not on the land use. It was traffic signal, which we've referred to DOT. But this was a church, and that's why it was PI. And then it's developed now as a RSL, Residential Senior Living, 55 and older. So that's the reason for the change here.
Thank you, Commissioner. Are there any other comments? Okay.
All right, CP 3-2 is in Commission District 3 and proposes to change the future land use from low-density residential to public institutional. The site is located at the terminus of Glenda Lane, south of Sewell Mill Road. Planning Commission recommendation is for approval.
Okay. Any comments from anyone in the audience regarding this matter? Okay, any of our commissioners?
This is kind of a reverse. This was LDR, and now it's a church, so
Okay,
the reason for PI.
understood. Okay, any other comments? Okay,
All right, CP 3-3 is in Commission District 3 and proposes to change the future land use from public institutional to low-density residential. The site is located on the south side of Sewell Mill Road and Spindlewood Drive. Planning Commission recommendation is for approval.
okay. Again, anyone in the audience to speak to this? Okay, anyone on the board? No? We're good? Okay.
All right.
With that, Commissioners, I move that we approve CP 3-1, 3-2, and 3-3.
Second.
All right, is there any discussion? We'll call the question. The motion carries 4-0.
And Chairwoman, that concludes the 2026 Comprehensive Plan amendments.
All
Thank
right.
you very much for your time.
Thank you. Before we adjourn, I know I've had some discussion with you and Director Gwen, and just want to share that we are in the midst of updating our 10-year comprehensive plan. And throughout the years, we've had this annual update to reflect zoning changes. However, that's not consistent with practice of state law, or excuse me, general practice around the region of state or state law or our county code. And so while we are preparing for this 10-year update, is the recommendation of our staff that we do not have this annual update next year. And throughout the time of meeting with the community, we'll determine whether or not it's appropriate to continue with these annual updates. As you shared, Philip, in your remarks, it's not best practice to go in and just change one parcel, but that is what we do when we make the zoning decisions that are not necessarily in line. And so there is opportunity to have some conversation about what we do every year to see if it's appropriate. And I know that Director Grimm will be talking to all the commissioners about it, and we'll have opportunity to speak to the community around this as well.
Thank you, Chairwoman.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate all of you joining us today and tuning in. We look forward to seeing you at our next Board of Commissioners meeting next week, Tuesday, January 27th at 7 p.m. Thank you, and we're adjourned.